Welcome to the channel, where we explore the history of people, places, things, and events in 10 minutes or less. This episode will focus on Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was an instrumental figure in shaping the early history of the United States of America. As one of the principal authors of the Declaration of Independence, the third President of the United States, and an influential politician, philosopher, and architect, Jefferson's contributions left an indelible mark on the nation's foundation. This episode will examine Thomas Jefferson's life, highlighting his achievements, political ideology, and impact on the development of America's democratic principles. Thomas Jefferson was born on April 13th, 1743, in Shadwell, Virginia, to Peter and Jane Randolph Jefferson. He grew up in a wealthy plantation family with a strong belief in education and moral values. He received an excellent education, attending the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, where he studied law and classical literature. His studies of Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke and Francis Bacon heavily influenced his later philosophical ideas and political beliefs. Jefferson's political career commenced when he was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1769. In the years leading up to the American Revolution, he became increasingly involved with advocating for colonial rights and resisting British taxation and policies. At the age of 33, Jefferson played a vital role in the drafting of the Declaration of Independence, which was adopted on July 4th, 1776. His eloquent words captured the essence of the American spirit and articulated the fundamental principles of liberty, equality, and individual rights. The Declaration of Independence stands as one of the most significant documents in American history. Penned primarily by Jefferson, it declared the 13 American colonies independence from British rule and emphasized the inherent rights of all individuals to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration also served as a powerful indictment of tyranny and inspired future generations in their pursuit of freedom and democracy. The concept of all men are created equal has become one of the central tenets of American society and has continually been revisited to address the nation's challenges in ensuring equal rights for all citizens, regardless of race, gender, or social status. During the Revolutionary War, Jefferson remained active in Virginia politics. He was elected to the Virginia House of Delegates, where he served from October 1776 until May of 1779, with his term ending when he was elected governor of Virginia. As governor, he served two one-year terms, from June 1779 through June of 1781. He faced considerable challenges in defending the state from British invasions. Though he faced criticism for his inability to thwart the British, his commitment to the revolutionary cause remained steadfast. After the war, Thomas Jefferson was appointed to join Ben Franklin and John Adams in France to serve as a minister for negotiating treaties, amity, and commerce. He left for France in July of 1784. Then, on May 17th, 1785, he was appointed to serve as the United States Minister to France, where he witnessed the French Revolution and formed connections with influential European thinkers. He became an advocate for strong Franco-American relations and remained a proponent of Enlightenment principles throughout his life. He served as Minister of France until September 1789. Upon returning to the United States, he was appointed by President George Washington to serve as the first Secretary of State. Jefferson's political ideology can be characterized as Jeffersonian republicanism, which emphasized limited government, agrarianism, and individual freedoms. He believed that a strong central government could lead to tyranny, and thus he advocated for states' rights and a strict interpretation of the U.S. Constitution. After George Washington decided to not seek re-election for a third term, Thomas Jefferson ran for president in 1796. He came in second to John Adams and became the vice president. At this time, the second place finisher became the vice president. In 1800, he ran again for president. This time he defeated John Adams, and Aaron Burr finished second, becoming Jefferson's vice president. At the age of 57, Jefferson became the third president of the United States. His presidency is often referred to as the Revolution of 1800 due to the peaceful transfer of power between the Federalist and Republican parties. During his time in office, Jefferson focused on reducing the power of the federal government, advocating for a limited government intervention in the economy, and reducing the national debt. One of the most significant achievements of Jefferson's presidency was the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. The United States acquired approximately 828,000 square miles of territory from France, doubling the size of the nation. This acquisition not only opened up vast lands for American expansion, but also removed a potential threat to American interests posed by foreign powers controlling the region. However, the Louisiana Purchase raised questions about the expansion of slavery into newly acquired territories, ultimately leading to tensions between the North and South over the issue of slavery. Jefferson's presidency was not without controversy, and one of his most divisive policies was the Embargo Act of 1807. In response to ongoing conflicts between Britain and France that threatened American neutrality and commerce, Jefferson implemented a trade embargo that prohibited American ships from trading with foreign nations. The Embargo Act had severe economic consequences for the United States, particularly for the New England merchants who heavily relied on international trade. The act was largely unsuccessful and led to widespread dissatisfaction among American citizens. Eventually, it was repealed shortly before the end of Jefferson's presidency. Throughout his political career, Thomas Jefferson was a strong advocate for religious freedom and the separation of church and state. His efforts in this regard culminating with him drafting the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, which was passed by the Virginia General Assembly in 1786. This statute became a model for the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, which enshrines the principle of religious freedom and prohibits the establishment of an official state religion. Beyond his political contributions, Thomas Jefferson was a man of diverse interests and talents. He was an avid scholar, farmer, and inventor. Jefferson's plantation, Monticello, was not only his residence but also a reflection of his architectural prowess. He designed the neoclassic mansion himself, incorporating unique features like the octagonal dome, which showcased his fascination with classical architecture. Jefferson's architectural legacy extended beyond Monticello. As the first architect of the Capitol, he played a crucial role in shaping the early design and layout of the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Jefferson and John Adams both died on the same day, July 4th, 1826, which was the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson's multifaceted contributions to America's history have secured his place among the nation's most revered founding fathers. From his pivotal role in drafting the Declaration of Independence to his presidency and contributions to shaping the nation's political ideology, Jefferson's influence reverberates through every aspect of American society. There are many aspects of Jefferson's life that cannot be explored in 10 minutes or less, and will merit another episode. One of these aspects was his contradictory views and actions about slavery. As Jefferson pushed to halt the expansion of slavery into the newly acquired lands, he did own slaves, with 100 slaves present at Monticello at any given time, not to mention his rumored, but almost certain, relationship with one of his slaves, Sally Hemings. Thank you for watching the video. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, share with your friends, and if you would like to see a topic explored in a future video, then mention it down in the comments. Have a great day, and see you in the next episode of History in 10 Minutes or Less.